Moving on to heat race number 3, your co-point leader from Sykeston, North Dakota, going to be starting on the pole in 71. That's Trent Greger outside from right here. And Estevan, 21C, Chase Davidson.
Row 2 to the inside is Bill Brack out of Meade, Colorado, the 19B. On the outside, it is Sean Strand from Mandan, the 99X, starting 4th.
From Denmark, Wisconsin, in row number 3, 21CZ, Cole Zarneski. Outside from Webster City, Iowa, 19R, Reed Keller.
Dan McIntyre from Hamburg, Minnesota, the 92. I just had an update on the 50-50. You told me there was some weekly pots up here worth $3,000. We are already at $3,655 in the 50-50. We haven't even got all the way done with stock car heat races here tonight. So holy cow, we have a sizable 50-50 pot here tonight. Be sure to track them down as they make their way through the grandstands. I think we're going to go green next time.
All right, to get another 10 laps, go on the scoreboard or lap board right there inside of turn number 1. Greger and Davidson setting the pace here down the backside. And we're going to get ready to go out of turns number 3 and 4. Stock car heat race number 3 is green.
Underway in this one, side by side. Boy, how many cars did Zarneski pass? He's going to, last night, he's going to have a chance to do that here, but Trent Greger, last year's champion, leading Davidson. Look at Bill Brack out of Meade, Colorado. Tanner Black's car owner just powered up into the top 2.
Sean Strand on the move there, too, in the X Machine. They just got that car. That Development chassis is starting to work for him right there. He gets a good run. He'll take over that second spot down the backside. As we look just behind them again, there's about 3 cars battling for position. Out of turn number 4, they're 3 wide. Who's going to get the position? Oh, getting crossed up was Keller. He holds on and will stay green.
Yeah, Keller crossed up that time, but we stay to the green flag as it is Greger down the back straightaway. Sean Strand second. Third is Bill Brack in the 19. Cole Zarneski in a battle of 21s. The 21CZ got him that time as we go to 1.
Yeah, Zarneski passed pretty much everybody but one leader. That's all he did yesterday in the heat races. He put on a passing clinic. And again, setting up to do that here as he tries to close in on Brack going into turn 3. He has another 21 to Chase Davidson battling with him here as well. Zarneski goes down low, slides up high, and he'll take the spot away.
Yeah, got Brack that time at the line. Bill Brack in the 19 trying to fight back on the outside. Davidson and the other 21 to the inside to the 21. CZ able to leg it out just a bit by a couple of car lengths in that battle for the 3rd spot.
We hit halfway this time by as we got one going just a bit outside. That is Brack in the 19B. He'll bring it back in, and we'll continue on. It is still the 71 at Trent Greger, your race leader. Then Sean Strand in the X99. Cole Zarneski, Chase Davidson, Dan McIntyre, Reed Keller, and Bill Brack. That is your running orders. We knocked down another lap, 4 to go.
1 plus the halfway mark, and Trent Greger has been, boy, he's been living on the right side of the sunshine there, ain't he? Been drawing well, drew well again here tonight. Got the A main feature win, tied with Rob Van Mill for your point lead coming in. Look at Dan McIntyre. McIntyre here in the late stages has come all the way from the tail. That 92 just made a pass for the top 4.
That's right, put him up in the 4th as he gets by Davidson. He'll charge out of turns number 1 and 2 and down the backside. Look at that gap starting to widen as they go into turn 3, right in your house on the wireless cam into turn 3. Green high, green flag, 2 to go.
I really wasn't paying any attention to McIntyre about 3 laps ago. He was in the back and wasn't really getting a whole lot going. And suddenly that 92 came to life, and he is pulling away from Davidson on the back straightaway. Grant Osvig, our chief starter here tonight, white flag in the air as Greger comes across Sean Strand second. Corey, Greger with a half lap remaining as we hit the back straightaway.
Your co-point leader doing what a co-point leader should do. Rob Van Mill won heat race number 2. And now Trent Greger will win heat race number 3, putting himself into the draw later on here tonight. Sean Strand going to finish in the 2nd spot. Then it's Cole Zarneski in the 21CZ and Dan McIntyre running out your top 4. Your winner again, 71, Trent Greger.
Your IMCA Sunoco stock cars will line up this way for heat race number 4 to be Kyle Schopp out of Lampman, Saskatchewan, the 2. On the inside of the first row, on the outside, Jordan Zilmer out of Cleveland, North Dakota, the 34Z.
Row number 2, that'll be Angel Munoz from Lamar, Colorado, and the 2M outside of him. That'll be Weyburn, Saskatchewan's 88B, Kelly Bauman.
Row 3 to the inside, Jeremy Swanson out of Estevan, and the 68 on the outside from Medford, Oregon. It's the 15J of Jeremy Ritchie.
And the guy that was the first car to come out and pack track earlier here tonight from Harwood in the 52, that's Brennan Borg, going to be the very last one to come out for the heat races.
Present and accounted for nonetheless. Kyle Schulp, Jordan Zilmer on row number 1. Looks like we'll need one more lap to get everybody set up. And again, making their way through with the 50-50 drawing here tonight. I know we're past it by now, but the update I had about 7.5 minutes ago was $3,655. $55. I'm assuming Canadian dollars, right?
Yes, I believe so. We have a winner right now for so far this season from the Estevan Motor Speedway. Kyle Schulp, he got the win on the Tougher Than Dirt Tour night in the stock cars on June 9th, and he'll be starting in the pole. So that's tough luck for everybody else on that one.
Ready to go in this one. Of course, Jordan Zilmer, a past tour winner, doing that in Jamestown a couple of years ago. We come out of turn number 4. And we are underway. Zilmer by a nose as we go to turn number 1.
Yeah, Zilmer got a great jump there on the start here. We're going to go 3 deep for the race lead as Swanson got a run to the inside. Look at Munoz joining the party here as well as Zilmer walks away from the front. For the time being, lap number 1 will go to 34, Jordan Zilmer.
Munoz trying to get on the hunt. You got the 68 machine of Swanson right down on the huggy pole down next to the tires. They're out of turn number 2, and Munoz trying to roll the outside. Swanson, I think Munoz thought Swanson was going to stay down on the inside. We fan him out 4 deep for a moment. Schulp still in that second spot as we go to turns 1 and 2.
Now we ease it down to only 3 wide here as they go through 1 and 2. And Swanson right in front of Schulp there as they go down the back straightaway into turn 3. And Munoz going to dive down low out of 4, going to slide on up, trying to take over second. Oh, Swanson got right into the back of him that time by.
Yeah, that was a good shot to the biscuits there on the front straightaway that time, but Munoz able to hang on to it to the back chute. Zilmer the leader, Munoz in the second position. Now Swanson trying to get back to third. Kyle Schulp in the 2. We'll hang on to that spot as we head to 1.
And Brennan Borg jumping into your video scope here, and he drops to the bottom of turns number 1 and 2. He started dead last in this one, and he's made his way up a couple of spots. He's sitting just about in the top, actually up into 4th now as he gets by Swanson, who's got a little bit of that damage on the front from that shot that he gave earlier. As we come down and knock out another lap, and we have 5 to go this time by.
5 laps remaining in IMCA stock car heat race number 4. Top 12 in passing points is who makes the direct transfer. We'll do a redraw up front of our heat race winners. It is still Zilmer leading, and boy, Munoz got all kinds of company as we head to turns 1 and 2.
That's right, Schulp putting the charge here at the very end. Right towards the end here as we go down out of turn number 2. It's about a 2-car length advantage going into turn number 3. Schulp kind of easing it in there a little bit easier this time. Out of turn number 4, it's still Zilmer, Munoz, Schulp, Borg, and Swanson your top 5.
3 laps remaining. Munoz works that middle there through turns 1 and 2. Let's have drift all the way to the outside and then rides the rim on the north side of the Estevan Motor Speedway. Grant Osviger, Chief Sergeant with the green flag, high in the air. 2 to go. Corey going to 1 and 2.
That's right. As Munoz sets up down low, he might be starting to cut that gap a little bit between himself and Zilmer. They'll go down the backside here once again and into turn number 3. White flag going to be coming out from LaFrance Construction flag stand this time by. 1 more to go for Jordan Zilmer.
Jordan Zilmer in command of this one. Zilmer started on the outside of row number 1, and Munoz has made up a little bit of ground. Zilmer, though, I think too strong down that back straightaway, and it's going to take one real big Hail Mary, but Munoz is willing to stick at that time to turn number 4. Zilmer will win it. Munoz second. Kyle Schulp in the 3rd spot, and the 52 of Brennan Borg will complete the top 4. Ready for your Friesen Performance IMCA Modifieds. their heat race number 1. I'll give you the details here in just a second. For your IMCA Modifieds, 4 heats here tonight. Top 14 in passing points go directly to the A main. Top 14 in passing points, and your 4 heat race winners will redraw, and we'll do the redraw for both IMCA stock cars and your IMCA Modifieds immediately after your IMCA Modified heat races. So looks like a very quick look at the racetrack here with a little bit of track prep on the back straightaway. But ahead of our IMCA Modifieds, Corey, we haven't talked about the home track defender bonus yet, but modified drivers defending their home tracks can earn almost $2,000 in bonuses during the IMCA TV Dakota Classic Mod Tour. The top 3 finishing drivers appearing in local standings coming into the night. Each of the tour stops receive an extra $110 in the IMCA.TV Defender Awards. Where they finish in the feature doesn't matter. The sole requirement is that they have completed and earned weekly points at that track or tracks during the season. Bonuses totaling $330 will be paid out each night. $4,000 in the 50-50. She didn't even have to show me the phone that has all the information. Your 50-50 is already up to $4,000 here in Estevan. Be sure to patronize the souvenir stand for the Estevan Motor Speedway. Might still be a few Dakota Classic Mod Tour T-shirts still for sale down in the souvenir stand.
Hey, Chad, as you know, because I came up here earlier with food, the concession stand's open. Obviously, I figured that out pretty easily.
Yeah, the one thing we can assure you is that whether it's a restaurant or track food, we will absolutely find food somewhere, and we have enjoyed plenty of local fare, including here in Estevan.
Yeah, I had a smoky earlier. It was delicious.
Yeah, that was here. I had never had, and I'm probably saying it wrong, poutine. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Close enough?
Close enough.
Close enough. I mean, at least you know what I'm talking about, right? I'd never had it before until today. Had it for lunch. Had the buffalo chicken poutine. Very good. I loved it, honestly.
I just went with the standard poutine.
Listen, where I come from in Iowa, we keep the buffalo chicken away from the fries and certainly the gravy. I'm just saying, but up here when you throw it all together, it was not bad, I'm telling you. You also got stuff up here that I have no idea how to pronounce either. I kind of shy away from it, so. Tour rolls on to Williston Basin Speedway tomorrow, Corey. It'll be on IMCA TV. If you can't make the trip down to Williston, be sure to tune in on Williston. I believe we are also live on the Facebook feed right now. Appreciate everybody checking us out on Facebook Live. I want to remind you that you can buy this rest of the tour by going to imca.tv. See all the rest of the action from our return. Been away for 4 years from Estevan, so certainly proud and happy to be back. We said we were coming back. We're back, so be sure to check out IMCA TV to see all the rest of tonight's action. And we've got Williston, Dickinson, and Mandan available the rest of the way.
Hey, nice to see some people checking in tonight.
Who you got?
I got Wes White and Shane Hewitt checking in.
Yeah, good to hear from them again.
Yeah. Fantastic. Steven Ader is viewing from his room right now. I forgot to give this shout-out last night. Actually, I didn't forget. I got the message after we were done. That's when I finally got to see it. And it was Joanne Dieterle, of course, from the Jamestown Speedway watching.
Christy Hartwick just sent me a message about our food choice at lunch, and I can't say the second part. She was asking, was it poutine or something else? And I just can't go there here on that broadcast right now. Christy, glad to have you and everybody from Arkansas and everybody tuning in on our title sponsor, IMCA TV. Looks like we're just about done with track prep. How about we give you the lineup here for IMCA Modified Heat Race number 1. You've got Stephen Pfeiffer out of Minot, North Dakota, the 11 on the inside of the first row. On the outside will be Brandon Schmidt from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin in the 20.
The Cheeky Nuggy Buggy will be inside row number 2. That's from Jamestown. The 0 is Scotty Gartner outside from right here in Estevan. It's the number 1 at J.J. Barnstable.
Smokin' Hank Berry out of Sydney, Montana, the 25. The only driver to attempt to make every A main throughout the tour's history. Hank Berry back with us. He'll be on the inside of the third row. On the outside is Jeff Oden out of Realize Acres, North Dakota in the 0J.
Row number 4 from Mooresville, North Carolina in the 2G. It's a high side tickler, Kyle Strickler. Outside of him, he's had nothing but tough luck looking to turn it around here today in the 5T. That'll be Marcus Tomlinson.
Row number 5 on the inside is Tim Dignan out of Kenmare, North Dakota, the 5D on the outside. From Williston, the 99, the starting 10th, that is Brady Biella.
And your final row from Santa Rosa, California in 89, Tyler Cato. Outside of him from Williston. And, man, he's had a lot of second places. I think he might be due coming up here. He's going to have to pass a lot of cars. It's a 14T, the dark horse, Travis Hagen.
Travis Hagen, your point leader coming into tonight. Leads by 1 over past Tour champion Tim Ward. Travis Hagen was second in Tour points a year ago. And his average finish a year ago would have been good enough for him to earn the championship either of the prior 2 years. So, the dark horse. The upside is starting that far back, Corey. You can accumulate some passing points when you start dead last at heat race number 1. We're going to go green the next time at turn number 4.
All right, again, 10 laps go up on the scoreboard. We're ready to go. Grant Oskvig is ready to go as well. Again, Pfeiffer with a win on the season here. Again, he won the Border Challenge night number 1 in the Modifieds here at the Estevan Motor Speedway on May 19th. He'll set the pace here alongside of Brandon Schmidt, and the green flag is out. Here we go.
On the break into turn number 1, look at Pfeiffer hard up on the bars, trying to squeeze his way up in front, left lane to the outside. Schmidt with a good run. Trying to get side by side here out of turn number 4. Pfeiffer with the advantage. He's going to lead lap number 1. We got trouble at turn 4.
That's right. That's 2 of Strickler going around. And it looks like, yeah, you'll get a yellow flag here. Strickler went around. The 0 of Jeff Oden had nowhere to go. And that's, by my count, just in 3 days, that's the 3rd time that's happened to Jeff Oden where he's been collected in something that has happened. Just terrible luck for that 0 machine.
Sometimes my favorite conversations on the broadcast or here for the stands are those about food. I now have people giving me pointers on where to find poutine in Iowa. Apparently there's a barbecue joint not far from Boone that has phenomenal brisket poutine. So as we check the replay on IMCA.TV, we'll catch it here again. Already, yeah, Strickler, not sure if he was up and over the top of turn number 3 or what exactly sent him around, but around nonetheless. And the 0J car of Jeff Oden had nowhere to go. It'll be a complete restart. Do you serve brisket? Do you make poutine out of brisket up here or no?
It certainly has to be an option.
I mean, I think you could really honestly do it with just about anything, couldn't you? I mean, fries and gravy go with pretty much about everything.
It's a very versatile food.
Well, we're very versatile eaters, too. So a complete restart out of turn number 4. It'll be Pfeiffer, and Schmidt will try it again. 10 laps remaining. We got green heading to 1.
They got a little crossed up mid-pack here in the front, but we still got a good battle going on. Actually, mid-pack, look out, look out. We got trouble, and Hank Berry is around. He stopped there in turn number 2, along with Tim Dignan. They can't quite make out the other car here that was involved. They were stacking up right in the mid-pack, right down the front straightaway here.
Tomlinson, right?
Another car with just tough luck this entire tour so far. Make it 3 for 3, I guess.
For Tomlinson, the first night was engine issues. What was it last night? I mean, he told us what it was last night, but it's been a tough go for the 5T car.
And, of course, the 25 Smoking Hank Berry going to have to pull off that left front, not looking too good. A lot of negative camber on that one, and you don't really need that on that tire. As we check out the IMCA TV replay, there you see him just stacked up.
Yeah, the 0 car of Gartner looked like he was starting to maybe lose the handle. He was awfully loose coming out of turn number 2, and unfortunately behind them, kind of got things stacked up and kind of zipped the tires there maybe a little bit, trying to keep the ship righted. Barry tried to get out of there. Biella kind of bounced in there, and unfortunately Barry seen it happen. He tried to take evasive action and caught up a couple other drivers into that.
All right, on to turns 3 and 4. Green flag going to wave here once again. We're going to try to start it for the 3rd time.
Once again, Pfeiffer trying to take a big run, take a big swing to the back straightaway, and he did it that time, legging it out over Schmidt. Gartner in the 3rd spot, Brady Biella in 4th. Travis Hagen through those yellows is already up into the top 5 as we head to turn number 1.
That's right, he's +7 in this one. Hagen doing exactly what he needs to do to put that car into the show here tonight. I mean, passing points-wise, he's looking pretty good already. But he wants more, and we know that because, man, he just wants to get that win finally on the tour. He's going to go to work on Brady Biella's. We knocked out another lap. We have 9 to go.
When we were back pit side, every driver we talked to said if you're going to talk about one local driver that gets around, or one North Dakota driver that gets around Williston very well, it is Hagen. Among others, Biella certainly trying to have something to say here tonight as we head to turns 1 and 2.
Now, right now, Hagen, the only one going up to the top side. Well, the first one going up to the top side. He gets a good run. He's going to close the gap here down the backside into turn number 3 and dive down low on Biella. Going to throw the slider out of turn number 4. Give him the number 3 spot now.
Hagen from the tail to the top 3. Does he have enough time to run down at least one more? Or we're going to have the halfway mark. We are only to lap number 5 when we come out of turn number 4 this time. Schmidt taking a peek to the inside with 5 to go.
And right now, Hagen wants to see those two mixing it up right now. That'll slow him down enough to possibly get a chance to make a pass here towards the end. They go down the backside into turn 3, and now Pfeiffer driving kind of in the slick, slides up to the cushion out of turn 4, still holding on to the lead. It's Steven Pfeiffer in your race lead in 11.
Pfeiffer out in front, Schmidt suddenly alongside, flashed alongside to the inside out of turn number 2. Schmidt closing the gap for your race lead here in the late stages. Hang on, son. Boy, he pitched that thing up at the top of 3. Laps evaporating. Pfeiffer with a little bit of an advantage now. Hagen and Schmidt in hot pursuit.
And they're side by side for the race lead with Hagen closing on in. Down the backside they go. Down to the inside goes Schmidt. Pfeiffer trying to fight him off. Closing in is the 14 of Hagen, waving the green, 2 to go.
2 laps remaining, and here comes Hagen charging on the outside. Schmidt trying to make it stick to the inside. Has a car length advantage on Pfeiffer. Leaves a lane upstairs. Schmidt, Pfeiffer, side by side for the lead. Look out, trouble at turn number 4. Holy cow, heads up. And thankfully, man, that was intense for the lead. And thankfully, not calamity in turn number 4.
That's Tyler Cato going around in turn number 4 in the 89. Going to a stop there and at the top of turn number 4. And again, yeah, great job by everybody to miss right there, because that happened just close enough to your race leaders where something bad could have happened. But now we're going to decide this here with 2 laps on the scoreboard.
Going to go green the next time. 2 laps remaining on the scoreboard. Boy, that was going to be a throwdown out of turn number 4 coming to the white flag between Pfeiffer, your race leader. Schmidt was in second, and Hagen was charging around the outside. Wow. Now a 2-lap sprint to the finish. in IMC Modified Heat Race number 1. We're back underway with 2 to go.
And look at this. Hagen got a great restart now. Put him up. Possibly into the top 2. He had the advantage at the line. He's got to run. And he's still got a shot at the lead going into turn at number 3. We're going to come down to the white flag to go. 1 to go this time by. Does Hagen have enough to get one more spot?
Fight for the leader. Hagen second. Schmidt back into the 3rd spot. And boy, Hagen trying to find a bite out of the top of turn number 2. Pfeiffer with a good drive. Here we go. Hagen closing ground fast as we head to the north side. Who's it going to be out of turn number 4? Grant Osvig with the checkers. Pfeiffer will hang on and win it. Hagen from the tail to the top 2. Schmidt and Biella will be the rest of the top 4.
I tell you what, that was pretty awesome. What a job there by Hagen. And I always find it funny that his nickname is the Dark Horse.
Well,
he's very, very much the one to watch. All right, we're going to move on to heat race number 2.
Tyler Wagner. How do you say that out of Saskatchewan?
Bien fait?
I think so. In the 30 on the outside, Brandon Clough out of Wallace, Nebraska in the 20C.
From Lampman, Saskatchewan in 12, it'll be Dexter Saxon outside. Les McClenahan from Estevan in 29M.
Another Estevan driver on the inside of the 3rd row. That is Cody Schulp in the 02S. On the outside is Jason Walla from Ray, North Dakota in the 27W.
From Minot in 29, it'll be Drew Christensen in row number 4 outside. Justin O'Brien from West Union, Iowa in 12J.
The 5th row from Torrance, California. The 5L of Cody Laney on the outside from Billings, Montana. The 83, that is Dale Neitzel.
And your final starter from Prunedale, California in 1B, Tim Balding. I'd like to give a little shout out. I'm going to read this one on air here. It says, "These eyes are watching you two, or ears. You two make a great team. Great job, both of you," from Mike Van Genderen.
Mike, glad you're tuning in. I wonder what he is multitasking while he's doing. He's usually doing about 3 or 4 things at once. One is a race broadcast somewhere. We appreciate you tuning in on IMCA TV. Ready to roll out of turn number 4. Our second IMC Modified Heat Race is underway. Here we go to 1.
And look at that move. They're going for the race lead. That's the 30 machine, Tyler Wagner. First night out here, but Clough got a great run on the top side. He's going to take the race lead going into 3. You got Schulp downstairs, though. He's got a good run. He'll take over second this time as Clough leads lap number 1.
Cody Schulp taking the inside line, about 1 groove off the bottom. We seen him do that last night. Nice and steady in the 02, solidly in second, as he's going to try and run down Brandon Clough, your race leader. Here comes Schulp another time on lap number 2.
And Cody Schulp's got to win this season. Border Challenge night number 2 on May 20th. He's got a good run to the inside of Clough, going down the backside. They're side by side going into turn number 3. We're side by side behind them, as well as Laney making the bottom lane work as well. He'll take over 3rd. Schulp takes the lead.
Schulp, your new leader. Cody Laney has come from inside road number 5, and he is rolling the inside line now. The 5L out of California up here in Estevan tonight, and Laney might be about the fastest guy out there right now. He is closing fast on your top 2 as we go to 1.
And you can see in that last time by just tickling the tires there in the inside lane as he goes through 1 and 2. This time he's got Clough to the outside. Down the back straight, a minute to go. Laney has the advantage going into turn number 3. Going to try to take over second, possibly have more because we got a lot of laps. We just hit halfway, 5 and 5 to go.
5 laps remaining. Cody Schulp, your leader from inside row number 5. It is Laney in the 5L second, Clough 3rd. Jason Wall, the 27W, trying to race up into the top 4 or so, as he's working to the inside of Wagner. That's in turn number 4. Give the nod to Walla out of Ray, North Dakota. He's up into the 4th spot.
Now behind them, they're battling pretty good there for a moment as well. Christensen going down low, Wagner up high, down the backside. Wagner got the good run off the top, and he'll take the position. He'll try to shut the door going into turn number 3. We knocked out another lap. It'll be 3 to go.
3 laps remaining in this one. There's Cody Schulp still the leader. Laney second. Jason Walla might have 1 more position in him here in the late stages. It'll be green flag, high in the air, 2 to go. Schulp across the line, Laney in the 2nd spot. The battle up front right now is between Clough and Walla as we go to 1 and 2.
And that would put Walla into the third spot if he can make the pass. That would make him +3 in this heat race. Down the backside he goes. He's got the advantage into turn number 3. White flag is coming out. One more lap for Cody Schulp.
Cody Schulp in the 0-2 started on the inside of the third row, looking to pick up the heat race win. Cody Laney from the 5th row to the top 2. Jason Walla from the outside of the 3rd row to the top 3. And that looks like how they are going to finish as Walla has stepped away here just a little bit from Clough. That's the top 4 to wrap up heat race number 2.
Only 2 more heat races to go. We got heat race number 3 coming up next.
Your Friesen Performance IMCA Modified heat race number 3 has Josh Rogodski of Sanborn, Minnesota. The X car on the inside of the first row. On the outside it is Jake McBurney out of Boone, Iowa, the 82.
From Torquay, Saskatchewan in the 21Z on the inside will be Isaiah Geisel. Outside, Dan Rodel from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin in 33X.
Former Tour champion and Jamestown winner here this year, Tim Ward out of Harcourt, Iowa. The 4TW on the inside of the 3rd row. On the outside, it is Eddie Bellick out of Arata, Colorado in the 3B.
In row number 4, from Delta, Colorado, the WW1, the Weekend Warrior, Ricky Alvarado. Outside from Denmark, Wisconsin, 21CZ, Cole Zarneski.
Corey Mann out of Saskatchewan. What do we say, Bean Fate?
Bienfait.
Bienfait, there we go. Sorry about that. The 114 of Corey Mann on the inside of the 5th row. On the outside, Spencer Wilson from Minot in the 75.
And we'll move on to row number 6 there by himself from Estevan in 21, Aaron Turnbull.